If you have received this message, then congratulations. You have woken up from a slumber that has lasted several decades and are now likely the very last human on planet Earth. This alert is intended to be viewed on the date of October 16, 2060. If you have woken before this date or have viewed this accidentally, simply close this message immediately. The voice you are hearing right now is that of somebody who has been gone decades ago, just like the rest of humanity. At this time you may feel quite lonely, but just know that while you are asleep, our teams of dedicated members have worked hard to ensure that your pod was well maintained and safe for you to stay in. Keep in mind, before stepping out into the unknown, the world outside is a far different place compared to the last time you saw it, as your main goal now is to survive for as long as possible. Your life is valuable to us, as you are officially the last of our now extinct species, and you must do everything in your power to protect and preserve it at all costs. In the room next to you, there are various supplies and non-perishable food that have been left for you. However, there is only a limited supply, and eventually, you will have to hunt for your own, so it's best to save it for when you truly are starving. Before going outside, be sure to grab your gas mask and securely place it over your face, before familiarizing yourself with your surroundings as well as the rooms outside of your pod. Be careful if you step into a large city, as you may encounter crumbling, abandoned skyscrapers and buildings that have been left unmaintained since the extinction of all humans except for you. The world is truly yours. However, please note that the planet only has a limited amount of resources needed for your survival, and these resources mean your life, so use them wisely. You may not realize how important you truly are. Our team decided to choose and preserve you so you could potentially be the very last surviving person in the likely event of humanity's extinction. You represent all of us and everyone who is now deceased because of a catastrophic event. The human race is likely extinct due to a war that broke out while recording this alert, which first started with a disagreement with various other nations, which eventually evolved into conflict and eventually something far more sinister, a complete nuclear war. Several countries began firing missiles at each other while their leaders remained hidden in underground bunkers, leaving their civilians, whom they were supposed to serve, in the dark. This war was motivated by the pure greed of rich old men who wanted the entire world to themselves, even if it meant killing their own people. The war officially was declared in 2035. While the world tried to avoid any conflict for years, everyone had no choice and was pushed into this war by politicians and those above them. Greed truly is the disease that would have likely eaten the world from the inside way before it was time for you to wake up. Not that it mattered to politicians and world leaders, as long as it filled their pockets with money regardless of how much. You are truly on your own now in a final glimmer of hope, but the world is now yours. Make us proud, but most importantly, be safe. That concludes this message.